Today is the day I get to eat real food. I'm so excited. I am dying to just eat normal food. It's time for my soft, solid foods phase. Today's the first day of it. And I thought the best person to talk to about this, to hash it out a little bit, just kind of make sure I'm on the right track or I stay away from whatever, is my friend Sue Bunnell, who is an RN. You've met her before. I interviewed her right before I had the surgery, and she's great because not only is she a bariatric RN, but she had gastric bypass surgery 16 years ago. So let's dial in with Sue right now. Well, hello.
Hello.
I'm on the beach. This does weird things to my hair, but
And it's just blowing.
this is where I want to be. I want to be on the beach, relaxing, drinking a Mai Tai, to be honest with you. So I get to eat food. Dun, da, da, da. Today's the day. I've already had, so breakfast, I don't really do breakfast a lot during the week. I drink my collagen powder in my coffee, but for lunch, I had a little baby chunk of chicken salad, very finely minced. And then I don't know if this was the right thing or not, but I cut up a few strawberries, real small, and just ate a tiny, tiny amount of strawberries. And it was so good.
But just to have like something to almost chew.
Yeah. I mean, I've been fine, and I've been being creative with my pureed foods, but like I just so you know, everybody, they say, a lot of people say, oh, you're not going to be hungry, you're not going to want food. I wanted food. For those of you who haven't seen my past videos, I've been wanting food.
Oh my God, when I was the first couple of weeks, I was home from the hospital. My neighbors were cooking for my family and taking care of them. They cooked a chocolate cake. And, I walked over there and I smelled it and I said, oh, I just don't even care for pound cake that much. So I licked it and it made me feel better.
Yeah, terrible. I mean, I don't even want cake. I just want to have regular food, healthy food. So just to bring everybody up to speed, this is now today I enter for the next 2 months, the soft solids foods list, right? So that basically encompasses ground beef, chicken, or turkey, low, like the leanest fat, like 97.3 or 90-10 or whatever. Let's see. Yeah, like 99% lean, right? I'll probably stay away from beef because I just try not to eat a lot of beef anyway. Boneless chicken breasts, which I'm actually going to have tonight for dinner, marinated. Of course, the protein drinks and things like that. Eggs, beans. I can start having my vegetables, which I have a major question about. I can start having steamed vegetables. But it says here that I can have fresh, frozen, or canned vegetables. Well, of course I want fresh. But we can't have a salad yet, right? Like it's too soon for a salad. Okay.
Yes.
I thought so. But I can do steamed veggies and like fake it and drizzle a little bit of dressing on them or something like that. That's always
Yeah. Remind me, we've got to talk about the amount of fat in food because that's very important.
Yeah, and I actually have a question about that because things like, for example, so one of my favorite things in the world, which I already mentioned I had for lunch, is like making chicken salad or tuna salad. I love tuna. I love tuna fish, which is what we call it on the East Coast. Lee, that's directed at my husband who thinks it's ridiculous that we call it tuna fish. And I'm like, it's called tuna fish.
Tuna fish. Because it could be, that's just the whole big name.
He's like, that's redundant. I'm like, well, talk to the entire East Coast because that's what we do. So anyway, I love tuna. And so then, of course, that brings up the topic of mayonnaise. And I'm a light-handed mayo person anyway.
Oh, yeah, me too. Just a tad.
Yeah, like just enough to bind it. But like, I want you to like tell me. So, because obviously I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to ease in, I'm going to have some steamed zucchini with my marinated chicken breasts tonight, and I'm going to eat the smallest amount. But how do you see this? Give me your thoughts and tips.
I think you'll have 2 small bites and you probably won't be able to eat anymore.
Right.
What a lot of these folks that are very knowledgeable dietitians and nutrition people, they don't understand or they leave out of the equation, I think, are the healthy fats. And just because there's 0 fat in your diet right now. Right. I mean, you could have avocado.
Yeah.
You could have salmon.
Yeah.
but you're not going to eat those daily.
Right. And I
Um,
love both of those things like a lot. So
oh, that's wonderful.
yeah, like salmon.
So,
In fact, I was going to have salmon tonight, but I was advised by my support group that that might be a bit of a dense fish to start with. So I'll wait, but I don't know. What do you think?
everybody's little pouch is different. I was a tremendous fish eater.
Yeah, me too.
Fish and eggs made me deathly sick. I couldn't eat them until I was about 18 months out, and I still don't like scrambled eggs.
Oh, wow.
I don't, you cannot chew up a scrambled egg till it's gone.
Yeah, I'm not loving it. I've had a scrambled egg twice so far because you can have it on the puree. And like, you know why I don't love eating it? Because it gets cold and you have to eat slow. And I like, there's nothing more nasty to me than a cold scrambled egg.
Oh, it's awful. And it just gets gross. Remember to keep your food, soft food should be fork tender. And I remind people it should be, you know, if you mush it, it should come through the tines of the fork, especially this first week.
Yeah.
You want to keep them very thin. You know, chicken breast, meat with no fat is so dry. It is, even now, I don't eat white meat chicken or white meat turkey. Usually I will have a thigh because of the fat content, and it's much easier for me to eat.
Well, that's
the
why
breasts are too stringy.
I figured like, I have this family recipe where, well, I don't know if it's a family recipe, but we do like soy sauce, which I use tamari instead, and lemon juice and a little bit of garlic powder. And it's like very minimal, and it's just so flavorful.
And that's what make the foods that you love and look to make them where they will be compliant within your diet, like the ricotta bake.
Oh, yeah. God. That's so
I can't wait to make that.
It was pretty rich, though, I'm not going to lie, but it was so delicious because it gave me like an Italian food fix.
Yeah. And it's just like, you know, like you can have, you know, your little Mexican kind of thing where you, I mean, you know, because you can have the ground beef or ground chicken, you know, whichever you prefer.
Yeah.
And you can have that, and you can have the seasoning, and, you know, cook the onions and the peppers until they're nice and squishy, you know. And with steamed, you don't want them to still have a crisp or crunch to them. You want them, you know, maybe even double steamed.
I was going to say, you're going to be steamed a lot more than I normally steam vegetables.
Yes. I guess. For the,
because normally I don't like to steam all the vitamins out of the vegetables, but
it's different. It's different, and it won't always be this hard. And the other thing I would tell my patients is, when you're trying a new food, try one bite and just sit there a minute or two.
Yeah.
See what the little pouch is going to say, because she'll be particular. Like she may have eaten carrots 5 times and loved carrots. You feed her carrots today, and it's like, no, not having them. And all of a sudden, you just go, oh.
You know what was funny at lunch today? So I was like, okay, I'm going to have my little chicken salad. And I took my little, I call it the cautionary bite. And I have my little fork, and I took a little bite, and I was trying to explain to my husband, I could literally feel it go into my stomach, and my stomach did the equivalent, this sensation, the equivalent of like, oh, what's this? You know, and it was kind of like, and then it kind of like settled in, and then I was like, am I okay? Am I okay?
Yeah. Are you good with this? And I mean,
it settled. I was like, all right.
Okay.
So then I did
I can do this.
I was really careful because I was worried, you know, but I could feel my stomach kind of go, whoa. What's this?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What is this?
So it was interesting. It was interesting.
It is very interesting. And we become much more in tune to our bodies.
Yeah.
You know, but again, you know, when we're cooking, I always tell people, you know, cook with a lot of spice and a lot of, not saying to burn your face off, but to add a lot of those flavors. I want to tell you another thing about fats.
Okay.
What another thing that is not often mentioned is the fats that we get from our food help to nourish our hair.
Right.
And so look for different products on the market that are nourishing, like fat, high in fat type of things, like an avocado base, like a natural hair mask that you can do for your hair.
Nice.
And really look at your fat content. because your body needs fat to function. You know, our neuro cells and our hair cells and
Yeah.
skin, and a lot of us, especially compounded with the time of year it is, you know, it's cold and heat and all that kind of stuff. We're dry anyway.
Yeah.
So really nourish your skin. The water helps, but not having the fat. So, and I tell folks, if you add a little fat, either it be oil or even a little, a small amount of butter to something, you're feeding your body some fat,
Yeah.
and we can't go without any fat.
Well, you know, it's funny that
well, we can, but it can really damage your hair.
Well, I kind of know that theory only just because, you know, from my days of Weight Watchers, when, you know, they always say like they tell us to avoid skim milk, for example, because you need the fat in the milk to absorb your calcium. And so, and I don't drink a lot of milk, but I don't know if you notice, like when I make my coffee, like I don't do skim or 1%. I actually do 2% milk because, and I've been doing the lactose free one, the Fairlife one. And I'm fine. Knock wood, I'm fine with the milk and the yogurt, you know, those dairies. So far, I'm good. So I'm hoping that you know, we're about to see. You know, now I'm like, okay, here we go. Now I'm about to see what foods I can't tolerate or doesn't go well. You know, and now but I know that like I have to be very mindful as I introduce all of these new foods now into my system, or new foods back into my system.
Yeah.
Sue, thank you so much. I'm like, you're like my go-to. You're like my phone a friend, phone a nurse.
I better be. And look, don't let anybody take my place. I like my little slot.
I called my surgeon about you and everything. I'm like, I have Sue and and he was like, oh, cool. You know, so he knows, you know, you kind of.
Good. I'm glad you broke it to him.
Yeah, but thank you. I'm just excited. What's that? Sorry.
No. I was just going to thank you as well. And you just look wonderful. You look so healthy. Your skin looks great.
It's all the water I'm drinking.
Water is so magic, isn't it?
It's hard, but yes, I'm drinking it like crazy.
Yeah.
So thank you. And
I can't wait to see you again.
I know. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.